Holy just Yates is down. Yates is down. This is huge crash. 60k to go. Hello everybody, welcome. 60k to go. Yates is done. Tim de Klerk's down. That was a nasty looking crash. Bike's down the ravine. Well, it's not really a ravine. It is a little valley though. Oh, I'm hoping everyone's getting out of this before we crack on. Yatesy is... There's people in the bushes. There's people in the bushes. Hello everybody and welcome. Let me know if you're watching the tour. There's a DSM rider. Number one. Oh, and another DSM rider. 141. Alright, Rob, it's not disturbing. It's not disturbing. I'll give you disturbing, mate. It's just a bit of confusion at the minute. We don't know who's down, we don't know who's up, we don't know who's injured, we don't know who's fine, who's not. So let's not make out it's worse than it actually is until we find out it is, mate. Getting disturbing. Yates is sat up, but that looks... it looks like he might get back up. He's moving his arms alright, so hopefully he's just a bit shook up. I tell you what though, it is full bore at the minute. 60k to go. Wout van Aert is on the front. Smashing it. Joseph, there is no better thing to do than stare at me while you're at work. So they were talking about crosswinds. They've been talking about Cav equaling Merckx's record today. Get involved in a crash like that. He's not going to be doing anything like that. We're back at the crash scene. Oh, it's so bad. Seems like everybody's all right. I don't know that for sure. I'm only surmising. Where's my chat? Where's my chat box? Why haven't I got my chat box up here? I think it's behind everything, isn't it? There we go. Hey, chat's there. You could do that, Joseph. Yeah, you could. Listen, so Creepo, hello, welcome. Not seen you for a while. I'm just presuming that that's going to happen. So you can't have a go at me because you don't know whether it's true or not. Yates is back on his bike. DSM rider. There's another bike exchange rider down, and a DSM rider. There's a break forming at the front of this. Oh, Yatesy, yeah, Yatesy don't look good at all, man. I like Yatesy. Good lad he is. Both of them are. So another bike exchange rider has come down. So you got a break of 3 riders up. Oh no, 2 riders now up the road. Pierre Latour and I don't know who that rider is. Omar Goldstein. There was a 3-rider break up the road, and that seems to have capitulated. Goldstein's gone off on the attack. We've got 60k, just under 60k to go. There's a 36-second gap. I think it went up to around 3 minutes. I weren't paying attention really this afternoon. It did sound like, with the commentary, Pritch, what do you call Cav? You're not wrong. I tried to fix my levers today, but I didn't get a chance to do it. Oh, it was Sean Bennett that was in the break. It was Sean Bennett from Quebecer. So we've got. I don't know why they're racing. I don't know if they're expecting crosswinds or they're in crosswinds, but yeah, the commentators were talking about it just being absolutely plain sailing all the way. Like this was a stage wrapped up for Cav. They're going to bring that break back. There's only 3 riders in it. It's not going to stay away. The wind wasn't as bad as what they thought it was going to be. But for some reason now they've started to work on the front. Wout van Aert got on the front and started pile driving it. So that must mean that there is crosswinds. And you can see from those flags, it's more of a bit of a, where we are now, it's a bit of a cross headwind. So we might see some echelons forming. I don't know. I know, bloody no. Listen, if you've not done already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can see top above me, thanks to Pro Cycling Stats, procyclingstats.com. Head over there for all your professional cycling stats. Jasper Stuyven's at the front now, smashing it from Alaphilippe. They're trying to break. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't really know what they're trying to do here. But one man that's not right near the front at the minute is Cav. Yellow Jersey's up there. Alaphilippe's up there. Ineos is up there. I presume Cav is in there. I just can't see him. Colbrelli's in there. No, it's all come back together. Anyway, what's happening? Chem. It's not even that, but it can't be clickbait. It cannot be clickbait if I've already set it in motion. Can it? Yeah, Jasper Stuyven's one of my favourites. He's been one of my favourites quite a while. I love the way he rides. Ooh, De Klerk looks... Oh, that's going to hurt, man. And that could affect Cav later on down the line. Right, I didn't finish my brew. I wasn't going to come live till like 5 past. Excuse me. But there was a crash, so I wanted to get involved. So leave your comments, leave your questions, leave your opinions on who you think is going to take today's stage. What did you think to yesterday's stage? Are we going to see a peloton cruising into the finish today, or is stuff going to happen? There's Cav making his way back to the front now, so bang, third wheel, fourth wheel. Yeah, unless it's crosswinds, there's no real reason for the peloton to work right now. Extend that gap back out to those two riders out front. They're not going anywhere. Just let them go. It's a bit frustrating that they had that massive crash and that's where it all starts going. Again, that looks nasty. Who's that there? Delaparte. Oh, God. Colin Kirby's off again. So let me go and finish my brew. It will. What did I think of yesterday's stage? To be fair, I can't even remember what happened in yesterday's stage. What was yesterday's stage? It was... Oh, it was Niels Pollitt, wasn't it? Oh, excuse me. Niels Pollitt. I'm well impressed with him. Slightly gutted that Connor didn't make it across. Is this true? How dare you? How dare you, Will? Brad's on the case. What's Wigo saying? Why is he carrying a lighter all the time? He's carrying a lighter. Cross headwind, I called it. Afternoon, Phil. It's crazy, isn't it, Joseph? Why would you wear that coat? All right, let me go and finish my brew. I'll be back shortly. Get your questions in. Bloody beautiful. Who's not hit that like button yet? Hit that like button. Here we go. Let's get more people in this chat. How can we not have 50 people in this chat by now? Come on. Cav's about to take his 34th sprint. He's going to equal Eddie Merckx's record. That is huge. No one ever thought... Hey, O'Brien. No one ever thought... Afternoon, Simon. Hope. I am well. I think Phil is. I think you should do a watch along whilst you are riding for the same duration as the peloton. I think, Simon, you need to shut the up. Not a chance. Not a chance. At the minute, I am not in any physical shape to be doing any long rides at the minute. Got a bit of a headache today as well. I think I'm a bit dehydrated. Right, I've got myself sorted. I've got my crepe, wrapped up crepe. I know what you're thinking. I don't care, processed, whatever. Got my little Mars bar. Got to say, anybody that lives in Sheffield, right? I know we talk about Sheffield a lot. I went to see my physio today. I've had a problem with my knee for... You know the vlog I did with the police when I went out riding with the police? Since then, I've had a problem with my knee. My knee has been causing me some serious issues, like unbearable pain. When I did the solstice ride through the night, so painful. When it's past painful, I had to stop riding. If you look at my Strava, I had to stop riding for quite a bit to try and ease it. Finally got in to see him today. Instantly, leaving the place, I felt better. I could feel that he'd fix it. I could see what the problem was after I'd been trying to work it out myself for so long. And I thought, have I got arthritis in my knee? Oh, I cannot. If he'd have said to me, I'm going to charge you double for that, I'd have said, yeah, fine. It was amazing. So good. How funny would that be, Lord? Have you seen the memes of Eddie Merckx zipping himself back up into his jerseys to beat Cav, to make sure Cav don't equal his record? Brilliant. Right, so Wanty Gobert. Is that what they're still called? Wanty Intermarché. Intermarché Wanty. They're making an appearance at the front for once. Is it Boy Van Poppel? Is that their sprinter? Can't remember now. Danny. Little fact for you there. I think I raced against Danny on Zwift. Did we do a little mini Kieran around Crit City? And I think Danny Van Poppel was in that. And I'm sure I beat him. I definitely beat Jasper the Cool. Members only content coming tonight. We've got another audio podcast. It's basically a phone call between me and Louis. I just thought I'd record it to try and introduce you to Louis and let you know what he's about. I found it pretty entertaining. So that'll be out later on tonight if you remember. Try and show my support for you guys. Track League on Thursday. There's Track League on Thursday, Joe. Oh, nice one, Joseph. So, Joseph, whereabouts do you live then? I mean, I don't want your road number and name, but whereabouts do you live? Yeah, Gareth. I used to see a Cairo. Really good. Used to be an ex-professional cyclist, actually. Oh, mate. Newcastle on the Lime's miles away from me. It's like an hour and a half. Oh, nice. I like Bradway. And I've got a 100% record at Newcastle under Lyme. Never visiting that place again. 100% record. Never lost at that place. Only raced there once, like. No, it's not. It's not a late release. It's members only content. It doesn't get released at all unless you remember. I'm not having a go. But there's just people who pay me, just to get that little icon, that little badge. Ben, I've not stopped cycling. Do I look like I've stopped cycling? I saw someone yesterday and she said I was looking a lot svelter than I ever have done, so she was just paying me a compliment or what, but I don't feel that svelte at the minute. I've definitely put a bit of weight back on since Joe, you're 14 out of 16 at Newcastle. You're in second to last place. Is that what you're saying, or you're saying something else there? Oh, you're 14 for 16. That's not bad. Do it. You should get to know Louis. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Next video that's coming out. He's doing wonderful things with. He's basically rolling turds in glitter. He's rolling turds in glitter, and I love him for that. I was thinking that, Gareth, when I first saw when he made that comment. I thought, hello. Hi, you alright? I'm alright, thank you. 12th? 13th. Yeah, absolutely fine. Perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye. Young lady wanting to come around my house. Ooh! Just wants to check the house out. So yeah, the video that's coming out on Monday, I really enjoyed it. Not because I'm in it. I mean because it was a good edit. Yeah, the sign's gonna say no. The sign's gonna say "LA Merckx." Don't know if Louis is in the chat today. He's got his internet back, so he might actually tune in for once into the Tour de France and the stream. Louis, if you're in the chat, give us a shout. Hey, listen, if anybody's brand new in the chat right now, give us a shout. Let us know. Why have I not got many viewers on here? What can I do to increase the viewership on this? Can we go across to Cycling Dane? Is he streaming? Or is it because of my annoying title? Cycling Dane. Oh, he's live. He's done the same though. So I changed it. I changed mine. Instead of watch along, I just put Tour de France stage 13 live. Because he'd put stage whatever it was when we were on together live. So I was like, screw it, I'll do it. What's happening here? Let me make sure I don't see any of you lot in here either. Who's in the chat? Jesus Christ. It's not commentary. We don't care. I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want someone to just reel off the same information that... In fact, I'll do it. Let's have a look. Let's see how it goes. There's been a bit of panic behind. There's a few riders going off the road. It's a fast part of the course. So once that information filters through and then riders started talking to each other, we talked about it before, there's no patron within the peloton to say, you know, look guys, we should stop or we should go, and this will always go on. It's such an area that no one's in control of. But slowly but surely they did settle it down. But if they didn't and raced on, then so be it. The race was on at that time, but it looks as if everyone's getting back together, and there are a few people that have been down, some roads, rash, and various other bits and bobs, but it looks as they're slowly but surely coming back. That's Brian Smith commentary, that. I'm quite quiet. I'm coming out of this, aren't I? Yeah. Still a minute down. Is the peloton a minute down? I've not really had a look. Let's have a look. So, a question that someone asked me yesterday. I won't mention their name. Could have been female. Could have been male. Why? And this goes for across the board, right? Why do we allow... And I'm not saying I don't do this, because I do to some degree. Why do we still put riders who have been proven to have doped still up on the pedestal? Should we as fans denounce, is that the right word? Denounce riders who dope? Who have been proven to have doped, who have admitted doping. Some get villainized, some are still put on that pedestal and still classed as icons of the sport. But should they be? Roger Kluger, abandoned. For instance, this might be an unpopular opinion. Well, it's not. I'm not having a go. But Tom Simpson died on Mont Ventoux because he had stuff he probably shouldn't have had in his system, right? So technically, it was doping. But he's in Britain. He's revered as an amazing cyclist, and he was. But you're condoning the act. Like, look at shut up, Brian. Brian, be quiet. Lance Armstrong. Now I'm sure he's been through a few hard times. He's probably had some really low moments, all brought on himself. There's no two ways about that. But he's still revered. Some people hate him. Some people really hate him. But whether he doped or not, some people are always going to hate him. Is it worth cheating? Because you're still going to be revered. You're still going to be seen as a hero. You're still going to be seen as a celebrity. You're still going to earn a lot of money out of it. And you can sleep at night by saying, well, everybody else did it. I don't know. I find it fascinating. Depends if they're European. Panster. Touché. Huitier Varong. Marco Pantani. Merckx got caught doping 3 times. Valverde. But do you... Hey up, Matt. play up, Matt. But do you allow... What we know now about doping, what we have at our disposal in terms of training techniques, recovery techniques, materials used for bikes, different types of wheels, different aero advantages that we can gain. Do you think that nowadays there's no... I know there is a reason to dope because you're always going to get that unfair advantage, but you look back in the day, they didn't probably know as well what they know now about training. They didn't have the best equipment. They had the best equipment for the time, but not necessarily the best equipment that they were ever going to have. So can you forgive them for not really knowing the ins and outs and full details of what they were doing when they were doping or the equipment? I don't know. But how can you sit there and say, if you say that Eddie Merckx was the greatest cyclist ever, but he got caught doping, why can't you... won't get them saying on here Lance Armstrong was the greatest Tour de France rider ever, would you? Yatesy gone. Yates is abandoned. Yates is abandoned, everybody. That's a shame. Got my crepe. Oh no, I'm still in Europe. What's your point, Lord? Afternoon, DJ. Carini, you're right. He was really targeting the Olympics, so maybe he's thought better of it. I don't know if this is the front or the back now. True, Joseph. But I was one of those people. Because I was under the impression this guy's been through cancer. He's not going to put stuff inside his body that could affect him anymore. I was wrong. But I still respect him as a rider. You can't not. And that goes for anybody, really. Anybody that's willing to sacrifice 7-8 hours a day every single day to go out on the bike in any condition and then go and race one of the hardest, and we can have that discussion, what is the hardest endurance event in the world, like professional event? Is there anything harder than the Tour de France? I don't think so. Or any other Grand Tour for that matter. No, Mikhail. I think I got it once. I played about 2 minutes of it. Such a dick. Everybody say hi to... Everyone in the chat say hi to Cam. Cam just sent me a message. Say hi to Cam. I want to send a picture of it so he knows he's loved. Oh, if they're European. Yeah, I was referring to me. That's the same. Sorry, Lord, I get you now. Yeah. No, Joe won't respect Buani. Joe, why won't you respect Buani? Because he cheats in a different kind of way. There we go. Appreciate that. Let me send a picture of that. Have you been to the States, Mikhail? Yes, been to the States. Twice there, once there, and I went there to race. So yeah, I've been 4 times. 42.5 kilometers an hour average pace. You don't care about that. Froome is on the front. Hey up, Yosemite. How we doing? Sailing around the world, Gareth. The wind is essentially a wind sport. You just let the wind take you. If anything, it's the laziest sport in the world. There you go, guys. Cam says hi. Can I line my Can I line my face up with his? I don't know. Anyway, Cam, is there, look? Cam, some of us have got to work. Some of us have got to work. Cam, go and share this on your Instagram, please. I want 100 viewers. Just go and help me out, please. 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 Just under 40k to go. Alaphilippe's on the front. How long until we see Mark Cavendish? It should be an hour. We should be still here for another hour. Boom. There you go. Joe, I'm talking professional sports. I'm talking professional sports. Not those sports that people make up just for the extremeness of it. Quentin Pache, I think, is off the front here. I've lost this. I didn't realise the other two had been caught back. I'm not commentating. I'll comment. I'll do Colton. I'll do Colton Kirby's commentary. We're going to hear from one of our protagonists. Well, they've gone to what are they talking about here? Rules amendment for stage 13. Everyone wants to be at the front, right? Yeah. Bunch does get nervous. Yeah. Oh yeah. Biggest crash from this year's tour. What was it? The sign? Caleb Ewan's? Caleb Ewan's was nasty. That was a proper nasty crash, that. Oh, God, I didn't realise it got ripped up that much. Bloody hell. In a proper way. Ben, I don't know, mate. He said afterwards that he had been dropped. But was that just a little bit of 4.5k to go will be the GC cut-off at today's stage? Because I presume that the last 3k are going to be pretty... He's right, Tom Scoons is right. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that. If we know it's going to be a sprint stage, just take the time from 3k. Don't... Only if there's a crash will they take the time from 3k. I'd take it from 5k on anything that's a flat stage, just to be on the safe side. Just to not... Because you've got 2 races going on there, haven't you? You've got your sprinters who are trying to gain position, but you've also got those GC contenders trying to stay at the front so they stay out of trouble. You got two groups of people trying to do 2 different things, and it doesn't always work, does it? But then when the sprint finish crash happens, like Caleb Ewan, don't matter when you bring the finish in, does it? So as you can see on the stats, we've got 38k to go. We're going to kind of climb a little lump, just sit up here somewhere, climb a little lump, and then on the way to the finish. Who's the bloke that does the recipes, Neil? Shall we have a look who's leading the... Let's have a look Oh no, I've just lost it. Sorry guys. There we go. Who's leading the Lanterne Rouge at the minute? Where are we? Stage 13. So currently in last place, results. GC. Can you hear me? Washing machine. Roger Kluger, he's just DNF'd. So Armand Grandal Jensen. Grandal Armand Jensen. Mads Pettersson, second to last. 2 hours 40 down. Cav's had a bike change. Cav's had a bike change, everybody. That's a quick bike change. That needs a bottle though. Needs a bottle. Do you know what I do like on that kit? That the Coin It Quick Step kit at the minute. The green kit is the green stitching and the green bottom bit. I think it looks so much better with that than the blue. I really like that green kit that he's got on at the minute. Looks proper classy. Froome is on the front. Froome is leading out Greipel. Oh yeah, Neil, is that Jonathan someone? Who is it that? Hey up, Matt. I just mentioned it, Cam. Don't forget you're watching a stream of me watching a stream. So it's like double the delay. Look, I'll show you just so you. Let me just show you. Can you see? Look, you can see 35.4k. That's what I'm watching. He's had a bike change as well, look. 54 seconds down is the peloton. Now, if that gets demonetized, I'll be well annoyed. That was Jasper Philipsen. So Philipsen's had a bike change as well. There we go. What are you laughing at, Cam? Hey, Robbie. What does DMCA mean? What does DMCA mean? That mighty coin, eh? They think I didn't do that on purpose. Come on. Like a little Easter egg. Like a little Easter egg for you. Intermarché want to go bear rider going off the front or coming back? I can't work it out because he's not really working that hard. I think I'll be alright, Lord. Yeah, you're right. Hey up, Xavier. What's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act? Is that new? There's no way they can get me done for that. Oof. There's some chaos behind, according to Brian Smith. Bloody chaos. So what do we think to fans being back at the Tour? I read today on the news that there's going to be no fans at Olympic venues. Is it worth having an Olympics if you're not going to have fans there? I think the one place where you should have fans is at the Olympics. It's going to be so surreal. These people are at their height of their physical peak, right? And yet they've got no one to cheer them on. They haven't got that 12-man, if you know what I mean. It isn't it, Cam? It is. It's going to be crap. Imagine how crap it's going to be, right? We're watching the track cycling. 10-second beep goes off. Beep. Riders are lined up for team pursuit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you get that beep. You know that beep when it goes and then you hear the cheer from the crowd? It's going to go beep and all you're going to hear is And then you're going to hear Jan, if he's still there. Up! 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 I mean, it might be interesting to hear what the coaches are saying because you can't hear it because of the cheering, but it's going to be crap. What other sport is going to be spoiled because of athletics? Again, 100 metres. That moment when there's like 50,000 people all in silence, waiting. And then bang, the gun goes. Everybody cheers. The guys go or the girls go running. It's going to be rubbish. I think they should, Will. I think you're right. I think they should. Fans are a nuisance. I agree to some degree, Lord, but again, it creates that atmosphere. If the fans could... I've just noticed this. Alaphilippe wearing a watch. He's seen Cameron Jeffers and he's thought, he looks cool. I'm going to wear a watch. It looks like one of those old Casios. You know the old Casio, classic Casio digital watch? It looks like he's got one of them on. Look. If you watch it now, look at it. Or is it a Whoop? Strange that a few of these teams are sponsored by Whoop, but you don't see their Whoops on in the race, do you? Ooh, that's nasty. Hello? Hi, Vicky, you alright? I'm alright, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. Right, okay. I see, yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yeah, that's great. Amazing. Cheers, Vicky. Speak soon. And you. Bye-bye. Bye. I bloody love Vicky. Robbie, Whoop, is it worth a damn? I mean, Cam, where's your Whoop? Vicky Pollard. My bad. Sorry. Oh yeah, all I was saying is like, where's my Whoop band? To be fair, I think Tim stopped paying for it anyway because it came up on it that that I needed to pay. So I presume. The only thing this is missing is tracking sleep for me. Cheers, Hugo. They are, Cam. And do you know what it is? Do you know what annoyed me about the Whoop band so much? And I think I might do a video on it. I don't know. Was with it like, if this did what Whoop did, I could look at it now and go, "Oh, I didn't get much sleep last night. Oh, I'm not fully recovered." Or, "Oh, look at all the steps I've done." Or, "Look at my heart rate." With the Whoop band, it doesn't matter if you got your Whoop band on. You have to go into your phone, into the app. You have to wait for it to update and then go through all the stats. And I don't want that. I want to look at that and go, this is what I need to do. That's where I'm lacking. That's where I'm making gains. Sweet. Go on. I don't want to open my phone, go into an app, try and scroll through all the app. Anyway, 30k to go. Pache has a minute and 22 on the peloton. Intermarché, Wanty Gobert, whatever they're called anymore, their rider is out in between them. Oh, it's Bacalan's. Backlands is about 200 metres ahead of the peloton, so they're just going to let him sit there. There's no point drawing him back. A couple of them have gone round the wrong way around the roundabout. So someone's going to be doing some extra kilometres tonight. Ep guy. Guy, so have I. And the thing is, right? If you've got like Cam, prime example, right, Cam? What are RMs, Cam? Should I know what that means? Oh, Richard Miller, yeah. Is it Miller? Richard Miller? Yeah, did you see the one that, who's the Italian manager, Mancini? He had like a 200k watch on. Crazy. Surely sleep tracking's coming for this bad boy. Sleep tracking does interest me, sleep. I do like to know if I have Richard Mill. Why have the E on the end then? Why have the E on the end? Why is my table going up and down? Oh, what have they done? Yosemite. So yeah, the fact that this has got a screen and actually can tell you information there and then without you having to go into an app. Yeah, it got me a little bit annoyed that. It was worth trying it. It was good to see it, but Gareth, you know what it's about. You know why someone wears a 200k watch. It's not just about telling the time, is it? I've got a Wahoo. Booyah! Already, you might know it's already done my 10,000 steps for the day. Currently at a heart rate of 105 though. Jesus Christ! I think it's because it's so hot in here. Done it, Robbie. Done it. But see, that could happen though. That could happen at any point. We could be seeing Tadej Pogacar going down the road in a matter of minutes, hours, days. He could be out of the tour. You just never know, do you? Backlands is back in the peloton. Froome is still working hard there for Greipel. Bora Hansgrohe. Who's a sprinter for Bora Hansgrohe? Who are they working for? Bergman. No, not Bergman. Bergman? No. Who are they working for? Hey, who was the old who am I thinking of? What's that guy called? What's the guy called? What's a good sprinter called? Shackman. Ackerman. I'm thinking of Ackerman. Not bad. I'm an idiot. Nice to see you here, though, Cam. It's nice to have you in the chat, mate. Wouldn't it? Imagine. You don't want anybody to retire. You don't want anybody to lose it when they're in the form of their life and they're flying. But at the same time, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Let me just move this a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. There, that's where we want it. Oh! So, guys, let me refresh that. Boom, that's where we are now. Got a lot of views on the last stream. We've got 5,000 views on the last live stream of the watch along. After the fact. A lot of them was after the fact. Hey up, Phil. Hope you're well. Will Cav get his knighthood? So predictions for today: Buani, Degen, Cav, and Asgreen. So Dan thinks Asgreen. Jens Voigt thinks Cav. Who are those other people? No idea who they are. No idea who they are. Excuse me. I'm tired today. I'm tired. Ooh. I think I'm alright, Phil. Blythe thinks Cav doesn't have it. Yosemite, are you watching... what's Blythe on? Blythe's on... What is it? What's Blythe on? CBS? NBC. That's not a bad shout, though, because Blythe's... I like Blythe. I think he's good. I honestly think Blythe's a good personality on the bike. Oh, cheers, Cam. He's promoted me. He's only gone and done it, hasn't he? Good lad. No wonder I went from 30 views to 50 views. God bless you, mate. Love it. There, no more free promo. Thanks, Cam. I appreciate it, mate. GC. Oh, come on. I still follow her on IG. Yeah. But I didn't like Blythe for a long time. One of the first races I was going to win at the TLI, I was out sprint. I didn't know about Adam Blythe. I didn't know he existed. Where have I gone? What's happened to my camera? Oh, it's because my legs are kicking my camera. I'm such a useless dickhead. It's because my cable's under here and I've kicked it. What were we saying? What did happen to the Schleck brothers, eh? What were we talking about? Adam Blythe. So, TLI. Actually, it was, funnily enough, it was racing on the Harworth course, which is at the top of... Oh, fuck, I've done it again. At the top of the Harworth course is the men's... There's like the social club, and in there is a memorial to Tom Simpson. So one of his old Peugeot bikes is in there. There's one of his world champion jerseys in there. There's like loads of press cuttings and all his different equipment that he used to use. So you'd always go in there afterwards and have a drink, right? What's my FTP? 3... At the minute, I'd say about 260, but highest it's ever been is 306, 316, something like that. Anyway, coming up to the finish in Harworth, I'm out front. This is like my 5th or 6th race ever. Smashing it. I'm like, I didn't realise I was this fast. Here we go. I'm gonna. Who's this kid? He's got SIS kit on. Oh, he must be pretty good. Boom. Turns out it was Adam Blythe. He was the only one to beat me that day, but ever since then, didn't like him. And during TLI, you had to marshal. I don't know if it's the same at like other events, but you had to, one night had to be a marshal night, so you had to go down and be a marshal. So I was a marshal at this was on the Stainton course. I can't remember what it was, and I was marshalling through this like shallow right-hander that went down to a junction on the left-hand side, and it turned left out onto the junction. Blythe was on the junction, and he spent the whole night kicking a ball about. I was well annoyed. I was like, who does this kid think he is? I'm here with flag and my iViz, stopping traffic, letting the bikes go, and he's just kicking a ball about while his dad was doing marshalling. It's like, who does he think he is? Turns out he was an alright cyclist. Ow. Yeah, Blythe and Swifty, the The original Sheffield Mafia. Those boys, they were. I mean, they still are. They're still good on bikes, aren't they? They always will be. Yeah, that'd be a better idea, wouldn't it, Joe? But would you want? I don't know. I suppose if my lad was racing, I'd go and marshal for him. So I think probably my dad would go and marshal for me as well. I used to love TLI races. I kind of cheated in my second ever race because they put me into like one of the fastest groups, and the handicap race is the TLI. And it was so hard. I got dropped. In fact, I got dropped by Blythe's sister. We were in like the third group, and Blythe's sister dropped me. And of course I would, Cam. Anytime, mate. So Blythe's sister dropped me. So the following week I was like, I'm not going in that group. Whether they call my number or not in this second group, I'm going in it. And then the second group got away. Oh, another crash. It looks all right. Most of them up. All of them up. All of them are up. Yeah. A couple of Quebecer riders down, but they're both up on their feet. So I joined the second group, got away, and we stayed away, and I ended up winning the race. And I was like, kind of feel bad for winning that. I mean, it was a hard race. It was only ever my like third race, but won it. Hey, I tell you what, Joe, she was bloody good. She was bloody good. Something I didn't know from yesterday as well. Edvald Boasson-Hagen is in the Tour de France. I thought that guy had retired years ago. Like, whatever happened to him? Because he just went on a little spree of just winning. He was like the next big thing to come through, weren't he? But I suppose some riders just... Question for you, right? Would you rather be a domestique in a World Tour team, let's say getting paid 100 grand a year, but you do all the shit jobs? You're never on TV. They never show you. They never let you get into breaks. And you never win a race for the entirety of your career. Or would you rather get paid 30 grand... Oh, Alaphilippe. Alaphilippe done? No. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's just out the back of the peloton straight away. Or would you rather get paid 30 grand a year and be the lead rider for the team? Have you heard of the rider Candice? Candice? No. Is that Candice, like a female name, or is that a surname, Candice? She's getting rinsed in mountain bike, is she? Why is that? Man's taking 100k. But Victor, you don't have to pay for your bike, do you? Interesting question, though, isn't it? Like, who's doing it for the love of the sport? Who's doing it for the fame and the adulation of winning? Because some people only get into the sport to win. No bonuses. No bonuses. Can do it. I still don't get it. No, Keatsy. No. You get 30k and that's it. But everybody knows who you are. You're like the David Beckham of cycling. But you only earn 30k. True that, Gareth, yeah. sponsorship and group is. Interesting. Cam, what's the world coming to when Niels Heldens has a girlfriend and neither of us do? Meme this. Meme this. Joe sent me a dirty message. Joe, if this is another dick pic, I swear I'm showing everybody. I'm sick of you sending these. All right, okay. I mean, it was explicit. Hey, so I've got a challenge, everybody, coming up soon. I've not told you about it yet. It doesn't happen till check Tinder. I've got a challenge coming up. It's happening in September. It's a multidisciplined event, and no, it's not. It's not a triathlon. Before you say it, but I do want you to donate. I just want a small donation to the charity at some point. So I'm just warning you now. When I start asking for it, I fully expect you to say, you know what, I'll even if you stop your membership for a month to give me a quid or £2. All right, it's not a duathlon. I'll tell you what it involves. It involves cycling, it involves hiking, and it involves kayaking. All right. It's not for a video. It's not for content. I mean, I will make content out of it. Yes. No, Will, don't buy another t-shirt. Just donate some money. It's not in Scotland. It's a triathlon. Technically, yeah, it's a triathlon because it's 3 different disciplines. However, I know, Cam. Listen, you can't say no when someone says, can you do it? Absolutely not, Bertie. There's not a chance I'm meeting up with anybody out of this chat. You're all an absolute bunch of weirdos. I'm kidding. Listen, I don't mind riding, but the problem is, and let me be straight with you, mate, I don't tend to do social rides. I can't remember the last time I went riding. If I'm out and you're riding with me and I see you, by all means, let's have a chat and let's have a ride together. But I don't go out with the intent. I don't ever go out with the intention of riding with people. But yeah, I'd definitely, Bertie, yeah. Like, where do you go? When do you go? Where do you go? I don't do social. This is as social as it gets. This is where I feel like I get my social interactions. Who's out of order? I'm out of order. Right, so let's talk about Tour de France. 17k to go. It's all back together, I think. Richie Port's on the front, smashing it to bits. I presume they think that there's some crosswinds coming, and it is a crosswind here. You can see it if you're watching. Yeah, it's going to start echelon. It's going to start echelon. It's going to start echeloning. That peloton looks so small though. So you've got Os on the front, Colbrelli on the front. You've got one of the Koenig riders. I can't work out who that is. Then you've got the Grenaders. You've got the Grenades on the front. Is that Richie Port? He's absolutely battering it on the front here. 58, 59k an hour. Nah, it's not. Nah. I don't understand what. There must be some big headwind, crosswinds coming up at some point though. If they're riding that hard now, and it's not really going anywhere. Cav's still up there. He's still protected by a few of his riders. Makes you wonder how many they've shelled out. Well, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 riders for him still. Here's a question for you. Who if you only saw the silhouette of their frame of the rider and bike, could you recognise solely from their frame? Do you think you could recognise anybody? Oh, look at Cam being also. Oh, look at me, I'm social. Oh, I love hanging out with people. Really? Really? I'd rather than me say, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm up for it, but I'm just so busy doing other things that when I go, shall I go ride? I'm going to go riding. I don't think, oh, it's Wednesday. I've got my 20k chain gang coming up. I go, have I got a spare hour? Yeah, I have. I'm going riding. So that's why I'm never social with it. Oh, Joe, boom. Yes, have it. I like that, Will, yeah. Yeah, maybe they are. How much would they have to pay him to get out of that contract, though, at UAE? Because he could pretty much name his price at the minute. Pogacar, couldn't he? Well, I'm not telling you where I'm based, Bertie. You told me you were local, so I'm not telling you where I'm based. You tell me where you're based. I'm not giving my info. You can't dox me, man. You can't dox me. Bike change for Stefan Kung. Oh, no, rear wheel change. Rear wheel change. I am busy. They don't call me Cameron Jeffers. But I can't go riding with kids. I don't have my CBD. What's it called? CB something. Never, Niels, never. Oh, you're from Chesterfield. Oh, nice. What's the lightest CBT? No, I've done my CBT. What's it called? CRB check. I've not had a CRB check for ages, so they might not let me. Might not let me ride with minors. CRB, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, imagine that, Bertie. You riding out with your dad and then see me and be like, "Oh, that's that man I watch on internet." What do you mean you watch this man on internet? Give him. What's the lightest bike I've ever ridden? I mean, if that's aimed at me, Ben, no idea. No, I presume it's my Basso. I've never really had a good bike. Not that I've had bad bikes. I've just never had a bike with Ultegra until this Basso. I've never had what you would class as a super bike of a bike. Not like Cam with his Colnagos and his bloody Ribbles with Di2 on it. Oh, that's all right then, Bert. That's all right. That could have been worrying. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. My track bike, my Look. I take it back. I take everything back I've just said. My Look 496 was the don of bikes. It was the wrong size for me. It didn't fit me because of the sizing that they had, and I looked stupid on it. But it was a good bike. Never had one, Cam. Feel free to promote them. You know what I'm like here. I don't mind, mate. Lord, don't start that. I've already got 2 kids in here. I don't need any more. I mean, 2 kids in the chat. I've got 2 kids in real life as well. $11k to go. Wout van Aert can't be going for this sprint because he is on the front, pulling away from the riders. What a random account. Brilliant. I really need a drink. I'm getting a bit dehydrated here. We do need some echelons. If we don't get echelons, Who's unsubscribing to my channel? Who the f*** is unsubscribing? I think Ineos might be working for Cav here, you know. I think everybody wants to see Cav. Everybody wants to see Cav, right? Even as Belgians, surely they want to see Cav take the record. I don't know. Maybe not. Not take the record, but at least equal it. Equal it here, take it. It looks a bit like when I used to sprint. When I knew there was a sprint coming on, I was like, I'm down for this. I'm down for this shit. Here we go. Oh man, how nervous did he get here? Like, you know, when I guess Cam's not the same because Cam's Camini, but you know when you get into down to the last like 5 or 6k, and you know you're in for a shout of the sprint, how nervous you start getting. Like all of a sudden, your legs that were once solid granite start to turn to jelly, and you're like, I ain't got this. I ain't got this. I ain't got this. Right, okay, I'm going to get a drink before this actually kicks off. Go and share this with your friends. Everybody go across the Facebook now and take the link and share it, please. Let's try and get 100 viewers on this before the sprint's out. You've got like 5 minutes. Do your worst. All right? Come on. Wout van Aert today. No, Wout van Aert's been on the front. If he wins today, I'm calling drug abuse. You can't climb Mont Ventoux twice and win. Then sit on the front into a headwind and then still win a sprint. Nah, bro. I'm not having that. Hey Cam, I think I know what the why I was so good last night on Call of Duty. I forgot I had a few whiskies. I think that's why I was so good. So the GC time is taken from 4.5 kilometers out on this one, so it's going to be a bit of a dogfight, I reckon, and that's why Ineos have been on the front up until 4.5k. But they were on the front from about 12, 13, maybe a bit further out. Going back to that whole thing about the seeing a rider's silhouette and knowing who it is, I was watching Kruiswijk. He's got such a distinct frame that you'd see him and you'd know it was him straight away. He's got these, like, he's so thin, but he's got these broad shoulders. It's crazy. Caleb Ewan in a sprint, you'd know straight away. I kind of don't want it to come home because the nation is just going to be so smug. Do you know what annoyed me as well is the fact that the fans in the stadium booed the Danish anthem after all that they've been through this Euros. The fact that they had the audacity to boo their anthem. British people don't win or lose very well, and it pisses me off. hey, Iron Man, you're probably right. Because I don't go up Hardwick. I come down Hardwick. So I don't know why, Niels. Where's the decorum? Where's the class? We're the people that invented football. We're giving football to the world. And I'm not. The British did invent it. They're just knobheads. Like, have some respect for a national anthem. If they want to boo ours, let them. But don't boo theirs. Xavier, yeah, you're right. Under 6k to go. AG2R at the front, followed by Kofidis. Buani? What's Buani going to do? I'm scared to call it. I just want Cav to win. Cam, let's do... I want my tea, and I've got to do a bit of tidying up. I don't want to be on all night, though, mate. I do not want to be on all night. Six o'clock? 6:30? What do you think? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Let's say 6:30 then, Cam. Give me plenty of time to get everything done. Console, come off. Come off it, Joe. We're not 12-year-old boys. When we game, mate. We game hard. So Cav's last sprint, where he sprinted for the last 100 metres, right? Have we seen a sprint train anywhere near as good as that when it was HTC Columbia, when it was High Road, when it was T-Mobile, when it was... What did it become after that? What did it become after all those? Like when Renshaw was on the front for him. When you'd have George Hincapie on the front. Any good? Yeah, I think you're right, Cam. I just wonder because for the past couple of years, ever since that train of Renshaw and Hincapie and all those and Cav kind of went, we don't see that anymore. We don't see teams taking it up the way that they did. Cav's lost. Cav's lost his men. Still 3.5k to go, but he could do with just... There he goes. Good lad. Get yourself out of the wind, mate. Get yourself out of the wind. Well done. That's it. So Colbrelli's got two teammates on there. Wout van Aert is there, or thereabouts for Geraint's out the back now. I'm starting to get a bit nervous now. One of the Koenig riders moving to the front. So you got three riders in front of Cav currently. You got one of their riders just at the front of the peloton. You got Trek Segafredo leading it out at the minute. Next to them, from right to left, you've got Bahrain Victorious. Then to the left of them, as you're looking at it, you've got one of the Koenig Quickstep riders. The Koenig Quickstep riders up the pace. Everybody's lining out now down the right-hand side of the road as they're riding. You've got a Total Direct Energy rider there, and then you've got a bunch of the Koenig. Cav's getting muscled out here. Cav's getting muscled out quite a bit. This might be Colbrelli's, you know. Depends how sharp Colbrelli's feeling now after all those mountains. Yeah, Iron Man, yeah. I was thinking that, but it was just Wiggo on his own. Hello, Izzy. Who's Cav? One of the best riders in the world. Probably the second best sprinter behind me. Here we go. If you can get through that... Whoa, Cav. Big nudge there. On... Is that Malia? Is Malia still in the race? Oh, no. Ricker, according to Kirby. 1, 2, 3. 3 riders in front of him. Bahrain Victorious at the front, still pulling. Colbrelli's disappeared now. Israel Startup Nation are going on the opposite side of the road. Bora coming up. 1.5k to go. Come on, Cav. He's pushing himself into the wind. He really wants this one. I have not seen Cav this aggressive for a long time. This is like the old Cav. Matthews is coming up now. DeConnick Quickstep on the front. You've got 3 riders and then Cavendish coming into the final K at some point. Good road position. Alpecin Fenix bringing up Philipsen. They're taking the best line round here. If they can get round there. Perfect. Well done, lads. Last K to go. This should be Cavs. Colbrelli's way down. He's in the win now. Wout van Aert way down. DSM. Case Ball has come up and done nothing. There's a speed bump in the last K. Hey up, Spice. Oh, DSM have come out of nowhere. I don't think Cav's got this. Oh, Cav's way down. Colbrelli's come out of nowhere. DSM have come out of nowhere. Buani's come out of nowhere. 450 metres to go. Go on, Cav. Up, 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 up. Come on, then. He's found himself back on third wheel. He's found himself on third wheel. You got to go now, Cav. You've got to go. He's still got one lead out. How he managed to get back from where he was to where he is now. Come on, Cav. Up, 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 up. Come on, lad. Come on, up, up, up. Come on. Yes. I tell you what, you need to watch that back. He's matched it. He's matched it. The most successful Tour de France rider. Joint. Wow. Chapeau, boy. How he won that, I will never know. He went from third wheel to about 20th wheel. Somehow came back into third wheel. What a boy. What a boy. That was amazing. Well done, Cav. Oh, we made history. He said we made history. Oh, that's mega, that is. One more and he becomes the greatest. But even if he goes no further, the fact that he's matched Merckx is... Chapeau, Cav. Chapeau. Brilliant. In it, Joe. In it. Right, what happens here? What happens here? Movistar rider goes off the front. Philipsen starts his sprint pretty early. Cav's in it's such a lower gear. Yeah, Markov 1-2. DeConnick Quickstep 1-2. Cav barely did any work then towards the end. He hit the wind with 50 metres to go. Brilliant, mate. Absolutely. He's not my mate. He doesn't know me. But brilliant. This has got to be one of the greatest comebacks in history of any sport. Like, you look at Jordan. Like Michael Jordan. Where else? Where else has it happened? Cav's got his glasses on so people don't see him cry. A question though. How can Morkov sit on the front to lead someone out and still finish second? It's like when Renshaw did it, and you looked at who else was sprinting then. Because you look at these sprinters here, How many would Cav have won had it not been for Ewan? I don't know. If your auntie had a dick, she'd be your uncle. I get that. You can only raise the people that are there, but would Cav have been this competitive if Ewan was there? I like to think so, but you just don't know. Regardless, a stage win's a stage win. Nice one, Robbie. Thanks, mate. Hello, Anne. But where in boxing though, Anne? Who? I'm not. I just don't know. So Morkov is that good? If Morkov wasn't riding for Cav, would he be sprinting for the win? Would he be beating Cav? Spicy, yeah. Yeah, forget about that, Keatsy, yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course they do, Niels. Of course they do. Yeah, I suppose, Gareth. Yeah, he was out front. He was using the movie star rider as his lead out, weren't he? True, Karina. Cav, Morkov, Philipson, Garcia Cortina. That's who was the movie star rider, I guess. Danny Van Poppel, Aram Baru, Laporte. Then they just made it disappear. Great stage. Great stage. Oof. Echo. Echo. Can you hear that?
Number of tour stages ever won. Sherry, that was just a...
Yosemite, yeah, you're right. You've got to... Do you think he really had a knee injury? I want to see that sprint from... In fact, I can rewind it. I can do what I want. Welcome to Chris Pritchard's analysis of this final stream. Final K. So, 1.5k to go, right? Deconic Quick Step riders are on the front. 1, 2, 3 of them, and then Cav, right? They're leading out. There's no one near them at all. There's no riders coming around anywhere else up until 1.2k to go. So coming into the final K, there's a left-hander and then a right-hander. So they take their left-hander nice and neatly, and then they're into a nice sweeping line through that right-hander into the final K, and they pretty much nail it. Alpecin Fenix go down the inside a little bit, but no one gets in the way of Deconic Quickstep. All 4 Deconic Quickstep riders at the front into the final K, right? Right, Colbrelli is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15th wheel. 15th-ish, right? He's in the wind. He's pushing the wind. No one's near him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 riders. 18. So, yeah, Colbrelli, 18th. DSM riders, 17th wheel. They come through, push their way up to... they're coming through now. They push their way through, and then they all of a sudden take the lead. And they go around the final left-hander, a lot wider than Deconic Quickstep, and they're carrying a bit more speed than Deconic Quickstep. They're pulling Colbrelli through as well. So they go from 17th wheel in the space of 200 metres to the front of the pack. They run it out wide, and then all of a sudden DSM are at the front, and DeCoiney Quickstep are chasing them. And now you've got 2 lead-out trains. You've got Bahrain Victorious on kind of one side of the white line. Then you've got DSM followed by DeCoiney Quickstep on the other. DeCoiney Quickstep recover that, but Cav is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th wheel now. And I can't see... At 400 metres to go... So Morkov's still with Cav. One of the DeCoiney Quickstep riders has launched off the front with the Movie Star rider and put a gap into the peloton, albeit a small gap. There's a gap there. Cav pushes himself out into the wind. So Cav's in the wind for only a couple of metres, but still is in there. But he's boxed in. And then he goes from the left-hand side of the road across to the right-hand side a little bit to try and pick up another wheel. He's in the wind again. He's in the wind. He's back protected. And then he's protected. And he's now 1, 2, 3, 4th wheel. And then he finishes it off. But to be that dominant with a K&a half to go, to then look like you're about to lose it, to then find the gaps that he needs to get back to the front and be exactly where he needs to be, because he didn't want to be right at the front, but he was just in the right place to be able to rush that wheel, take the sprint victory. That was absolutely amazing. Whew. Dropping quickly, final stream. What final stream? Oh yeah, final stream. I meant final kilometre. It's never going to be up for final stream, is it? Could grapple win with Quickstep? No. No. I don't think so. I think it might be, Phil. Yeah, Redgrave came back, right? No, did they ever come back though? They never went and started losing, did they? The fact that Cav was so dominant in the early teens of the year 2000, so like 2010 onwards, 09 onwards, and then it looked like he just got too old and too slow. There's no other way to explain it. Faster, younger riders came through who were fearless, and his confidence got knocked, and then he just couldn't buy a win. He couldn't buy a win. I remember back to Scheldeprijs, I said this in the news show, I think. I'm just watching this lead out again. Phenomenal. The movie star rider really helped the team there. But just no answer to him. After Scheldeprijs, for Bahrain McLaren, he's crying thinking it was his last race. His last race ever. He didn't have a contract with DeCoiney Quickstep at this moment. It could have been the end of his career. DeCoiney Quickstep picked him up. He shouldn't have gone to the Tour de France. He's gone to the Tour de France, and he's equalled a record that I bet Eddie Merckx thought was his forever, or at least his lifetime. No one's going to do that. No one's going to match that. Cav came close, but just couldn't do it in the end. Yeah, he had Epstein-Barr. Is that what it was called? He had that illness that... Oh, his interview's here. Let me listen to his interview. Let's see who he thanks. It's a long interview. Here we go. Oh, mate, I just want to thank Chris Pritchard for being very good on internet and stuff. Proper inspiring. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel, mate. That's not how he sounds at all, is it? $220 kilometers. He looks so screwed. He looks so tired. He's got lovely eyelashes, though. Mark Cavendish's got lovely eyelashes. True, Phil, yeah. But their sole focus was always the Olympics. They were always going to have dips. Oh, keyboard, yeah. Yeah, cows have got good eyelashes as well, haven't they? He has got nice eyelashes, Karina. Look at his eyelashes. They're so nice. It's clearly tags. It's talking more shit than I am. Absolutely, Karina. One drink. I'm anybody's. They were, Lord. Sorry, I'm just listening to his... Nice one, Mark. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, I am biased. Yes, you probably aren't as happy as I am for him winning. But by God, you cannot say that's not impressive. Cav was using sponsor money. What? How do you mean? To pay for his drug addiction? That's a joke. I'm not implying that he's on any sort of drugs, recreational or performance enhancing. Nice one, Phil. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. The thing is, Gareth, what we've got is we've not had the Olympics yet, and the Olympics is a. If he could win the Olympic road race, he's not even selected, but if he was to win the Olympic road race, I'd say yes. Oh, his wife's there, bless her. God, his kid looks like him. So once the someone will do something big in the Olympics and they'll be named Spotty. Or Lewis Hamilton will win the World Championship again. He's calling kill. Oh man. That was amazing. That was really good. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh Lord, ouch. Ouch. But he should definitely win Sports Personality of the Year. He's one of the few people that has got a personality within cycling as well. It should be called the Greatest Sporting Achievement Award, really, rather than the personality. Because if it was given to personalities, Lewis Hamilton shouldn't win it. Ever. If anyone's going to win it, it should be me. Nice one. Cheers, Gareth. Appreciate it. Video coming Monday. I want everybody to try and get behind this video. I want everyone to try and share it as much as they can. All right? Oh, of course, Niels. Yeah, sorry. How could no, mate, if they lose, if they win, it will be one of them. If they lose, it'll not even be mentioned. Maybe Gareth Southgate should win it if he takes him to the final. Ah, right, okay. I didn't know that. Hey, Jonathan. Brilliant. All right, let's end this chat here because once I start ending it, it's still going to take me a good 10 minutes to finish. Won't he just, Joe? Can we just have a quick chat about that? Do we think England are capable of winning that? Hey, Anne, it didn't play into their hands in 1996, did it? It didn't play into their hands in 1996. Cheers, Phil. Thank you, mate. Have a good weekend to you too. What's a Kallax? What's a Kallax? Oh, is this a Kallax? Is it? Yeah, this is a Kallax, isn't it? Oh yes, you know it. Good old IKEA. Hey Jonathan, I'm half. I can sit on the fence. Do you know what I wanted out of this tournament? I wanted Scotland to beat England, and I wanted England to win the tournament. Oh, do you know what? I thought they had a better chance of beating Spain, but the Italians have looked really good. Nice one, Gavin. Appreciate it, man. Scotland beating England would have been fucking brilliant. Because then, if Scotland had won and England would have won the championship, Scotland would have been the only team to have beat them. Niels, that's great. That is absolute great analysis. You're right. And they've built it on a pretty boring tactic, but it works. And you don't need them to be Brazil. Gareth Southgate's got them playing the way he wants them and expects them to play and knows how they can play. So I think they should. Well, no, he ended up getting injured, didn't he? But I think they should have gone for who was a Sheffield United goalkeeper that went to Man United? What's his name? Because Aaron Ramsdale ended up being Ramsdale. You can see how much of a fan I am. Yeah, Ramsdale. I knew it was Ramsdale. Dean Henderson. That's what I'm thinking of. Henderson should have been the goalie. Because one thing, if you watch Pickford, guy has got no finesse on the ball. As soon as he gets that ball, the first thing he's thinking is, how far can I kick this thing? It's like that advert with Peter Kay back in the day when he gets the ball and just whacks it. Every time he panics, every time he shits his pants and just kicks it as far as he can. Yeah, sorry, Jonathan. Anybody that doesn't follow football, I'm sorry. Oh, nice one, Niels. I never knew that. I didn't realise you. So you are a big football fan then. Exactly. Have it. And that's what worries me. It worries me that he's not as calm on the ball. Now, if the Italians know that, which they should, if they pressure him, he will make a mistake. And it could be that could be all it takes for them to get a goal, and then set up shop. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. They win 1-0. Yeah, I'm the same, Niels. I wish I could watch the hey up, Sergio. Yes, Cav. I'm gonna get berated now, Cav1, because I'm not changing the title of this, and people are gonna get annoyed. Why did you put that title? Title's been here since the start, pal. I was just so ahead of the game. I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, true that, Joe. True that. Yeah, I'd have gone with Henderson, but hey, that's why I'm sat here talking to you lot, and Gareth Southgate is currently in London chatting to his players, getting them ready for the final on the weekend. What do I know? What do I know about football? PSV and Ajax, blooming hell. So, why don't you make it then, Niels? What happened? Because you're tall enough. You're tall enough for a goalie. But you're a little bit on the lean side. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess if you'd have gone, you'd have bulked up, right? That's mightily impressive, that, Niels. That's amazing. Nice one, Sergio. Thanks for popping in and telling us about Gav. We watched it. Appreciate it. So yeah, make sure if you've not done already, if you're brand new in the chat, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've not done already. It could do with some more subs. Alright. Don't know what's happening at the minute, but subs are dipping. Cracking video coming on Monday. I'm well happy with it. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, Lord. He just wasn't aggressive enough. He was trying to be aggressive, but he was just so buttery in his smooth voice that he. Yes, John, I am. Yeah. I need to get an adapter for it so I can use it with my mountain bike. But yes, I am using it, and I love it. I love the accessibility, the quickness, and the ease of it. Right, that makes sense, Niels. That's a shame, that. That's a shame. Because you could be earning millions right now. And yet, here you are, sat here, listening to me, talking shit, DSing on some Zwift races. But you wouldn't have got a free flashlight, so you know. Every cloud and all that. Cav is not not trending on Twitter yet, which I'm surprised at. But the news is that Japan's Olympic minister confirmed that spectators will not be allowed in the Olympic venues in the capital. This follows a decision from Japan's Prime Minister to place the host city of Tokyo in a fourth state of emergency to curb the rise of COVID infections. On the new restrictions, which will start on July the 12th, so a couple of days, and run till August 22nd, bars and restaurants will be asked to suspend alcohol sales, and workers will be asked to stay at home if possible. It's honestly like they have no idea. John. So, John, it's never going to fall. If you put it on right, it's not coming off. Tim put one on his car and took 2 bikes on it, and he drove from Barrow up here, picked me up here, then we drove all the way to the Alps. Not once did we readjust it, not once did we take it off and put it back on, not once did we make sure it was any tighter than it ever has been. They stayed up there and they did not move. Yeah. Sorry, John. Yeah. Because I was saying that I would have played him, however, because they brought Ramsdale in from from the mighty Sheffield United as their sub goalie, which is a huge thing for him. Massive. Why have what? Yosemite. Why have what? Oh, why have the Olympics? I don't know. That's the other thing with goalies. I guess it happens for all players, but goalies in particular. Like, you can go through a whole career as a sub goalie or a second choice goalie, never play a game in your life, but earn a shit ton of money. Joe, I will be doing a C2C very shortly. That's pretty much one of my next videos once my knee's sorted. Yosemite, I mean, to be fair, they'll be in the athletes' village, so that'll be quarantined off from everybody else, like it always is anyway. And they'll only be going to the venues and back. You are essentially under quarantine when you become an athlete and you're in the athletes' village. So I don't think they'll notice anything. That's not a bad thing to be, though, Niels, is it? True, Jonathan. Yeah, that's the only reason they're putting them on. And to be fair, there's a lot of people that have put a lot of time and effort in to try and win one of those gold medals. So at least give them a chance to win. But to do it with no fans is going to be really, really strange. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, I think we're coming up your end to do it. To be fair, so I mean, Niels, I never got the chance to do that anyway. And even if I had the chance, well, if I wasn't married at the time, I probably wouldn't have had the chance. Because if you lined every athlete up in that village and went, apart from the bowlers, obviously, if you went, right, out of these athletic sports, which one of these isn't an athlete? I bet everyone would have picked me out of the bunch. I was the most unathletic athlete in the whole of the games. Yeah, pretty much, Joe. I think I'm doing that. Oh no, wait, no, we're doing the one at the top, the Lake District to, I can't remember where it is, Northumberland somewhere, I think. Niels, I didn't see any of that, and I know this is the Olympics, so it's slightly different, but I didn't see any of that at the other one. Whitehaven, that's it. Whitehaven to Same Ave. Cheers, Phil. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be doing if my knee sorts itself out. I think so, mate. I don't know, Jonathan. Could be. Right, shall we wrap it up? I'm enjoying the stream, but I'm getting tired. Oh, nice one, Phil. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I need all the support I can get. If you want to come out and ride, I'll probably put it over on my Instagram when I'm doing it. So if you want to join us, then let us know. Tokyo Games will be held without spectators. That's massive news. At any of the games venues. That's massive. But to be fair, if spectators would have gone, there'd only been Japanese spectators, so you wouldn't have got that real multicultural vibe, would you, from the crowd? Oh, Joseph, I'm sorry you fell asleep. Probably me. Yosemite, peace. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you stay tuned for new content coming out over the weekend. We've got a trailer coming up for Monday's video. Monday, I take on Win It's Past. Do I succeed? You'll have to wait. Proper tired. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. Bye.